Anxiety disorders and phobias. 7 self-help ways to cure them now. Introduction. Today in America alone, around 40 million people age 18 upwards suffer from forms of anxiety disorders and phobias. Whatever form it takes, they will find that they are filled with uncertainty and fear. However, these forms are not like the more mild anxiety one suffers from when faced with a stressful situation, such as taking an exam or having to speak in public. Unfortunately, the symptoms associated with these types of conditions can last for extremely long periods of time. Plus, if the condition is left untreated, of course, the symptoms will only get worse and eventually they will end up taking control of one's life. Although such conditions generally occur along with other mental or physical illnesses, there can sometimes be no apparent reason for why someone may suffer from them. In some cases where alcohol or substance abuse is involved, they can often mask the symptoms associated with these conditions and as a result can then not be identified and so remain untreated, and eventually the health of the person suffering from them deteriorates. However, should you actually be diagnosed with suffering from anxiety disorders or phobias, there are certain treatments that your doctor or medical professional may recommend you undergo. With the right sort of help, one can soon begin to regain control over one's life. In this book, Anxiety Disorders and Phobias, 7 Self-Help Ways to Cure Them Now, we not only explain more about the difficult conditions, but also more about how the conditions can be diagnosed. Furthermore, we offer you some advice that you may find extremely useful that will then allow you to take control over your life once more. Chapter 1. What are anxiety disorders and phobias? Anxiety is often a term used for a number of disorders that cause people to feel nervous, fearful, apprehensive, or worried. Not only can these disorders affect the way we feel, but also the way in which we behave, and there is a risk of them manifesting into actual physical symptoms. Those who suffer from mild forms of anxiety or phobias will feel unsettled, whereas those who suffer from more severe forms of these disorders can find that they are very debilitating and will impact very severely on their lives on a daily basis. Most people will experience some form of worry or fear when they are faced with something new or something challenging such as a test or an interview. Not only can these feelings be easily justified, they are also considered to be quite normal.